Imagine finding yourself on a footbridge over a railway track. An out-of-control train is hurtling down the track, destined to hit and kill 5 unsuspecting people. Beside you is a lever that will divert the train onto a side track, but there's a catch. On that side track stands a single person who will surely be killed if you pull the lever. What do? Do you pull the lever, consciously deciding to kill one person to save 5? Or do you stand by, doing nothing, and let 5 people die? This dilemma, known as the trolley problem, is a classic moral conundrum. It forces us to question our ethical and legal reasoning and confronts us with the uncomfortable reality that sometimes there are no good choices, only less bad ones. Now think about this. What if the person on the side track was a convicted criminal and the 5 people on the main track were all Nobel laureates? Would that change your decision? Or what if the one person was a loved one and the 5 were strangers? It's interesting to see how the majority of people instinctively choose to sacrifice one to save many. But as the scenarios become more complex, the decisions become more difficult, and the lines between right and wrong start to blur. This reveals the contradictions in our moral reasoning. We like to believe that our decisions are based on consistent logical principles. But when confronted with difficult choices, we often find ourselves torn between competing values and emotions. For instance, the principle of the greatest good for the greatest number suggests that we should always choose to save the many over the few. But what if the few include people we care about or people we believe are more valuable to society? Does that make it right to sacrifice the many for the few? And who gets to decide who is more valuable anyway? These are the kind of questions that legal scholars, philosophers, and ethicists grapple with every day. And while there may not be any definitive answers, the process of wrestling with these dilemmas can help us to better understand our own values, challenge our assumptions, and deepen our empathy for others. So next time you find yourself facing a difficult decision, remember the trolley problem. It might not give you the answer, but it will certainly give you a lot to think about. And who knows? You might just discover something new about yourself in the process.